Hello, and welcome to English Journey, the podcast that helps you discover new ways to improve your English skills. I'm your host, Sarah, and today we have a very special topic that can completely change how you learn English. We're going to talk about the power of positive thinking and how it can transform your English learning journey from something difficult into something exciting and successful. Before we start, I want you to think about something. When you started learning English, how did you feel? Were you excited, nervous, maybe a little scared? These feelings are completely normal, and today we'll discover how changing the way you think about learning English can make all the difference in your success. Chapter 1. What is positive thinking? Let's begin with the basics. What exactly is positive thinking? Positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about approaching challenges with hope and focusing on solutions instead of problems. It's about believing in yourself and your ability to improve. For English learners, positive thinking means believing that you can learn English, even when it feels difficult. It means seeing mistakes as learning opportunities, not failures. It means celebrating small victories and understanding that every step forward is progress. Let me share a story about Maria, one of my students. When Maria first came to my English class, she always said, "I'm terrible at English. I'll never speak like a native speaker." She focused on what she couldn't do instead of what she was learning. But after 6 months of practicing positive thinking, Maria began saying, "I'm getting better at English every day. Each conversation teaches me something new." Can you guess what happened? Maria's English improved dramatically, not because she studied more hours, but because she changed her mindset. She started taking risks in conversations, she wasn't afraid of making mistakes, and she celebrated every small improvement. This is the power of positive thinking. When you believe in yourself, your brain actually works better. Scientists have discovered that positive emotions help us learn faster and remember information longer. This isn't magic, it's science. Chapter 2. The science behind positive thinking and learning. Now, you might be wondering, is this really true? Can thinking positively actually help me learn English better? The answer is absolutely yes, and there's scientific research to prove it. When we feel positive emotions like joy, curiosity, or confidence, our brain releases chemicals called endorphins and dopamine. These chemicals help us focus better, remember information more easily, and stay motivated. On the other hand, when we feel stressed, worried, or negative, our brain releases cortisol, which actually makes learning more difficult. Think about it this way. Have you ever tried to study when you were really worried or upset about something? It's much harder to concentrate, right? Your brain is busy dealing with negative emotions instead of focusing on learning new information. Dr. Barbara Fredrickson, a psychology professor, discovered something called the broaden and build theory. This theory says that positive emotions help us see more possibilities and build better learning strategies. For English learners, this means that when you feel good about learning, you notice more learning opportunities in daily life, remember new words and grammar rules more easily, feel more confident speaking with others, bounce back faster from mistakes, and stay motivated for longer periods. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine two students, Anna and Ben. Anna always thinks, "English is so hard. I hate grammar rules. I sound stupid when I speak." Ben thinks, "English is challenging, but I enjoy learning new things. Grammar rules are like puzzles to solve. Every time I speak, I get better." Both students study for the same amount of time, but Ben's positive attitude helps his brain stay relaxed and open to learning. Anna's negative thoughts create stress, which blocks her brain from working at its best. After 3 months, who do you think will have better English skills? That's right, Ben. Chapter 3. Common negative thoughts that block English learning. Host, before we can develop positive thinking, we need to recognize the negative thoughts that might be holding us back. These thoughts are like invisible walls that prevent us from reaching our full potential. Let's explore some of the most common negative thoughts English learners have. The perfectionist trap. I must speak perfect English or I shouldn't speak at all. This thought stops many learners from practicing because they're afraid of making mistakes. But here's the truth. Even native speakers make mistakes. Perfect English doesn't exist because language is always changing and evolving. The comparison game. Everyone else learns faster than me. I'm not good at languages. Comparing yourself to others is one of the fastest ways to kill motivation. Every person learns differently, at their own pace, with their own strengths and challenges. The time worry. I'm too old to learn English well. I should have started when I was younger. Age might affect some aspects of language learning, but adults have many advantages too. Adults understand grammar concepts better, have more life experience to connect with new vocabulary, and are often more motivated to learn. The fear of judgment. People will laugh at my accent. They'll think I'm stupid if I make mistakes. This fear keeps many learners silent, but most people are actually impressed when someone is learning their language and want to help, not judge. The all or nothing mindset. If I can't study for 2 hours today, there's no point in studying at all. This thinking leads to giving up too easily. Even 5 minutes of English practice is better than nothing. Do any of these thoughts sound familiar? Don't worry, almost every English learner has had these thoughts at some point. The important thing is to recognize them and learn how to replace them with more positive and realistic thoughts. Chapter 4. Transforming negative thoughts into positive power. Now comes the exciting part, learning how to transform those negative thoughts into positive power that will accelerate your English learning. This process takes practice, but it gets easier over time. Think of it like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Let's take each negative thought we discussed and see how to transform it. From perfectionist to progress-focused. Instead of, I must speak perfect English or I shouldn't speak at all, think, every conversation is practice. Mistakes help me learn what to improve. This shift changes everything. When you focus on progress instead of perfection, you'll speak more often, learn from mistakes, and improve much faster. From comparison to personal journey. Instead of, everyone else learns faster than me, think, I'm on my own unique learning journey. Every step forward is worth celebrating. Remember, you don't see other people's struggles. You only see their successes. Focus on your own improvement and celebrate your personal victories. From age worry to adult advantages. Instead of, I'm too old to learn English well, think, as an adult, I bring valuable life experience and determination to my English learning. Adult learners often have better study habits, clearer goals, and more motivation than younger learners. Use these advantages. From fear to courage. Instead of, people will laugh at my accent, think, most people admire my courage to learn a new language and want to help me succeed. In reality, most native speakers are patient and encouraging with language learners. They understand how difficult it is to learn a new language. From all or nothing to something is better. Instead of, if I can't study for 2 hours, there's no point. Think, even 5 minutes of English practice moves me forward. Small steps add up to big results. Consistency matters more than duration. 5 minutes every day is better than 3 hours once a week. Chapter 5. Practical Strategies for Developing Positive Thinking. Understanding positive thinking is one thing, but how do you actually develop it? Here are 7 practical strategies you can start using today. Strategy 1. Start your day with positive English affirmations. Every morning before you check your phone or start your day, say 3 positive statements about your English learning journey. For example, I am becoming more confident in English every day. I enjoyed discovering new words and expressions. Every conversation in English makes me stronger. Say these out loud in English and really believe them. This programs your brain for a positive day of learning. Strategy 2. Keep a success journal. Every evening, write down 3 things you did well in English that day. Maybe you understood a new word in a movie, had a short conversation with a colleague, or learned a new grammar rule. Writing down your successes helps you see progress that you might otherwise miss. Strategy 3. Reframe mistakes as learning opportunities. When you make a mistake, instead of thinking, "Oh no, I'm so bad at English," try thinking, "Great, I just discovered something new to learn." Create a mistake collection. Write down your mistakes and the corrections. You'll be amazed how quickly you stop making the same mistakes. Strategy 4. Surround yourself with positive English input. Fill your environment with positive English content. Listen to uplifting podcasts like this one. Read inspirational quotes in English. Follow positive English learners on social media. The more positive English you hear, the more positive your internal voice becomes. Strategy 5. Find an English learning community. Connect with other positive English learners. Join online groups, find local conversation partners, or participate in English learning forums. When you surround yourself with people who have a positive attitude toward learning, their energy becomes contagious. Strategy 6. Celebrate small wins. Don't wait until you're fluent to celebrate. Celebrate when you understand a joke in English, when you have your first dream in English, when you explain something complex in English, or when someone compliments your pronunciation. These small celebrations create positive associations with English learning. Strategy 7. Practice gratitude every week. Think about what you're grateful for in your English learning journey. Maybe you're grateful for online resources, for patient conversation partners, for your ability to watch movies without subtitles, or for new opportunities that English has given you. Gratitude creates a positive mindset that attracts more positive experiences. Chapter 6. Real Success Stories of Positive English Learners. Let me share some inspiring stories of real English learners who transformed their journey through positive thinking. These stories show that positive thinking isn't just theory, it creates real results. Story 1. Carlos from Mexico. Carlos was a 45-year-old engineer who needed English for his job. He was very shy and convinced he was too old to learn. For months, he studied grammar books but avoided speaking. Then he decided to change his mindset. He started telling himself, "I bring valuable professional experience to every English conversation." He joined an online conversation group and focused on helping others with engineering questions in English. By sharing his expertise, he gained confidence in speaking. Within 6 months, he was leading international meetings in English. His secret: he stopped focusing on what he couldn't do and started using what he already knew. Story 2. Yuki from Japan. Yuki was a university student who was afraid of her accent. She avoided speaking in class because she thought her English sounded wrong. One day she met an American student who was learning Japanese. The American's Japanese wasn't perfect, but Yuki thought it was wonderful that he was trying. This experience changed her perspective. She realized that people appreciate the effort to communicate, not perfect pronunciation. She started speaking more in class, joined international student activities, and even became a conversation partner for other language learners. Her English improved dramatically because she stopped hiding and started participating. Story 3. Ahmed from Egypt. Ahmed was a doctor who needed English for international conferences. He was excellent at reading medical English, but terrified of speaking. He had one bad experience where someone didn't understand his presentation, and he decided he was terrible at spoken English. For 2 years, he avoided speaking opportunities. Then he learned about positive visualization. Every day, he spent 10 minutes imagining himself giving successful presentations, feeling confident and connecting with his audience. He practiced positive self-talk. I have important knowledge to share. People want to hear what I have to say. The next year, he gave his first international presentation. It wasn't perfect, but it was successful. Now he's a regular speaker at international medical conferences. What do all these stories have in common? Each person stopped focusing on their limitations and started focusing on their strengths and possibilities. They changed their internal dialogue from negative to positive, and their external results changed too. Chapter 7. Daily Habits for Positive English Learning. Positive thinking isn't something you do once, it's a daily practice. Let me share some simple daily habits that will keep you in a positive mindset throughout your English learning journey. Morning routine. 5 minutes. Start your day by listening to one positive English song or reading one inspirational quote in English. As you brush your teeth or have breakfast, think in English about 3 things you're looking forward to today. This sets a positive tone for the entire day. During learning time, instead of saying, "I don't understand," when you encounter something difficult, try saying, "I don't understand this yet." That little word, yet, changes everything. It implies that understanding will come with time and practice. When you're studying, take breaks to appreciate how much you've already learned. Look back at an English text you struggled with 6 months ago. You'll be amazed at how much easier it seems now. In conversations, before speaking English with someone, take a deep breath and remind yourself, I'm here to connect and communicate, not to be perfect. Focus on the message you want to share, not on potential mistakes. After conversations, instead of dwelling on mistakes, identify one new thing you learned or one moment when you communicated successfully. Evening reflection. 5 minutes. End each day by writing or thinking about your English win for the day. It might be understanding a new expression, having a longer conversation than usual, or simply feeling more confident when speaking. This practice trains your brain to notice progress and success. Weekly review. Every Sunday, look back at your week and notice patterns. Are you being kind to yourself? Are you celebrating progress? Are you focusing on possibilities or limitations? Use this reflection to adjust your mindset for the coming week. Monthly goal setting. Set positive, achievable monthly goals. Instead of, I won't make grammar mistakes, try, I will have 3 meaningful conversations in English this month. Positive goals motivate you toward action rather than making you fear failure. Chapter 8. Overcoming setbacks with positive thinking. Host. Even with positive thinking, you'll still face challenges in your English learning journey. The difference is how you respond to these setbacks. Let's talk about common setbacks and how to handle them positively. Setback 1. Feeling like you're not improving. This is probably the most common frustration for English learners. You study regularly, but you feel like you're not getting better. Here's the positive approach. Remember that language learning isn't linear. It happens in waves. Sometimes you'll feel like you're improving quickly, and sometimes it will feel slow. This is completely normal. Progress in language learning often happens below the surface before you notice it consciously. Instead of focusing on what you can't do yet, make a list of everything you can do now that you couldn't do 6 months ago. You'll be amazed at how much you've actually improved. Setback 2. Having a bad conversation experience. Maybe someone didn't understand you or you couldn't express what you wanted to say. This can be really discouraging, but it's also a valuable learning experience. Positive response. This conversation showed me exactly what I need to practice next. Now I know where to focus my learning energy. Every difficult conversation teaches you something that easy conversations can't. Setback 3. Comparing yourself to others. You meet someone who seems to speak English better than you, even though they've been learning for less time. This comparison can be really demotivating. Positive response. Everyone learns differently. This person's success shows me that good English is possible. If they can do it, so can I. Use other people's success as inspiration, not intimidation. Setback 4. Losing motivation. Sometimes you just don't feel like studying or practicing English anymore. This happens to everyone. Positive response. It's normal to feel tired sometimes. I'll be gentle with myself and do just a little bit today. Tomorrow, I'll feel more motivated. Often, doing something small, like listening to one English song, is enough to restart your motivation. Setback 5. Making the same mistakes repeatedly. You keep making the same grammar mistake or pronouncing the same word incorrectly, even though you know the correct form. Positive response. My brain is still building new pathways. Each time I notice this mistake, I'm getting closer to fixing it permanently. Mistakes are a normal part of the learning process, not a sign of failure. Chapter 9. Building confidence through positive thinking. Host. Confidence is one of the most important factors in English learning success, and positive thinking is the fastest way to build it. Let's explore how to develop unshakable confidence in your English abilities. Understanding true confidence. True confidence doesn't mean thinking you're perfect or never making mistakes. True confidence means being comfortable with your current level while working toward improvement. It means believing in your ability to learn and grow even when things are challenging. The confidence building cycle. Positive thinking creates confidence. Confidence leads to more practice leads to improvement, and improvement reinforces positive thinking. This creates a powerful upward spiral in your learning. Here's how to start this cycle. Step 1. Act as if you're already confident. Even if you don't feel confident, act like you do. Stand up straight when you speak English. Make eye contact. Speak clearly and don't apologize for your accent or mistakes. Your brain will start to believe what your body is showing. Step 2. Focus on communication, not perfection. Confident English speakers focus on sharing their ideas, not on avoiding mistakes. When you prioritize communication over perfection, you'll naturally become more fluent and confident. Step 3. Prepare success phrases. Have ready responses for common situations. For example, could you please repeat that? Instead of staying silent when you don't understand. Let me think about how to say this. Instead of giving up when you can't find words immediately. I'm still learning, but I'd like to try explaining, instead of avoiding complex topics. Step 4. Celebrate your courage. Every time you use English in a challenging situation, celebrate your bravery. It takes courage to speak in a second language, and you should be proud of yourself for trying. Building confidence in different skills. Speaking confidence. Practice speaking to yourself every day. Describe your morning routine, explain a movie you watched, or give your opinion about current events. The more you hear yourself speaking English, the more natural it becomes. Listening confidence. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Focus on understanding the main idea first, then gradually work on details. Remember that even native speakers don't catch every single word in fast conversations. Reading confidence. Choose materials slightly below your current level to build confidence, then gradually increase difficulty. Don't look up every unknown word. Try to understand from context first. Writing confidence. Start with simple, clear sentences and gradually make them more complex. Remember that good writing is clear writing, not necessarily complex writing. Chapter 10. Creating your personal positive learning environment. Your environment has a huge impact on your mindset and learning success. Let's talk about how to create a positive learning environment that supports your English journey. Physical environment. Create a dedicated English learning space. even if it's just a corner of your room. Fill it with positive reminders, motivational quotes in English, pictures of places you'd like to visit where English is spoken, or photos of goals you want to achieve through English. Keep English learning materials visible: books, notebooks, flashcards. When you see these materials regularly, they remind you of your commitment and goals. Digital environment. Change your phone and computer settings to English. This gives you constant practice and makes English a natural part of your daily life. Follow positive, encouraging English teachers and learners on social media. Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate or discouraged about your English level. Create playlists of English music that makes you feel happy and motivated. Music is a powerful tool for creating positive associations with language learning. Social environment. Surround yourself with people who support your English learning goals. This might mean joining online learning communities, finding conversation partners, or simply telling your friends and family about your goals so they can encourage you. Limit time with people who are negative about your English learning or who discourage you from practicing. You need supporters, not critics. Mental environment. Practice mindfulness and gratitude related to your English learning. Take a few minutes each day to appreciate the opportunity to learn a new language and the progress you're making. Use positive self-talk throughout the day. Instead of criticizing yourself for mistakes, encourage yourself like you would encourage a good friend. Creating positive associations. Pair English learning with activities you enjoy. Listen to English podcasts while walking in nature. Practice English conversation while doing something fun. Or read English books about topics that fascinate you. The goal is to make English learning feel like a treat, not a chore. Chapter 11. Long-term success through positive thinking. Positive thinking isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about creating long-term success in your English learning journey. Let's talk about how to maintain positive thinking over months and years of learning. Setting positive long-term goals. Instead of setting goals like, I want to speak perfect English, set positive, achievable goals like, I want to feel confident discussing my hobbies in English, or I want to understand English movies without subtitles. Break big goals into smaller, positive milestones. For example, if your goal is to give a presentation in English, your milestones might be: 1. I can introduce myself confidently in English. 2. I can explain my main idea clearly in English. 3. I can answer simple questions about my topic in English. 4. I can give a short presentation with notes in English. 5. I can give a full presentation confidently in English. Dealing with plateaus positively. Every language learner experiences plateaus, periods where progress seems to slow down or stop. Positive thinking helps you handle these periods constructively. Instead of thinking, I'm not improving anymore, think, my brain is consolidating everything I've learned. This pause is preparation for my next breakthrough. Use plateau periods to review and strengthen what you already know rather than pushing aggressively for new material. Maintaining motivation over time. Long-term motivation comes from connecting English learning to your deeper values and life goals. Regularly remind yourself why you started learning English and how it connects to your dreams. Create a vision board, a collection of images representing what you want to achieve through English. Look at this regularly to maintain long-term motivation. Adapting your positive thinking as you improve. As your English improves, your positive thinking needs to evolve too. Beginner-level positive thinking might focus on basic communication. I can express my basic needs in English. Intermediate positive thinking might focus on complexity. I can discuss abstract ideas in English even if I make some mistakes. Advanced positive thinking might focus on nuance. I can express subtle meanings and emotions in English. Building a positive English-speaking identity. Over time, positive thinking helps you develop a new identity as someone who speaks English. This identity shift is crucial for long-term success. Start thinking of yourself as a person who speaks English rather than a person trying to learn English. This small change in identity creates big changes in behavior and results. Conclusion: your positive English learning journey starts now. We've covered a lot of ground today, and I hope you're feeling inspired and empowered to transform your English learning journey through positive thinking. Let me summarize the key points we've discussed. Remember these core principles. 1. Positive thinking is a skill that can be learned and developed. 2. Your mindset directly affects your learning ability and speed. 3. Mistakes are learning opportunities, not failures. 4. Progress is more important than perfection. 5. Small daily actions create big long-term results. 6. You have the power to choose your thoughts and attitudes. Your action steps. Starting today, I challenge you to implement just one positive thinking strategy we discussed. Maybe it's starting each day with positive affirmations, or keeping a success journal, or reframing mistakes as learning opportunities. Choose one strategy that resonates with you and commit to practicing it for the next week. After 1 week, add another strategy. Gradually build your positive thinking toolkit until these habits become natural and automatic. A personal message. I want you to know that I believe in you and your ability to succeed in English. Every English teacher I know has seen students transform their learning through positive thinking. You have everything you need within you to achieve your English goals. Your English learning journey is unique and valuable. Embrace it with positivity, patience, and persistence. Celebrate every step forward. Learn from every challenge, and remember that every expert was once a beginner. The English-speaking world is waiting to hear what you have to say. Your voice matters. Your ideas are important. And your English, even if it's not perfect, is a bridge to amazing opportunities and connections. Final thoughts. As we end today's podcast, I want to leave you with this thought. Positive thinking doesn't guarantee that learning English will always be easy, but it guarantees that it will always be possible. When you believe in yourself and maintain a positive attitude, you tap into your brain's natural learning power and open yourself to opportunities that negativity would block. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Remember to subscribe to English Journey for more episodes that will support and inspire your English learning adventure. Share this episode with other English learners who might benefit from a positive mindset shift. Keep thinking positively, keep practicing consistently, and keep believing in yourself. Your English dreams are not just possible, they're inevitable when you approach them with the right mindset. Until next time, this is Sarah reminding you that your positive English learning journey starts now. Go out there and shine.